Welcome inside our training center. Behind me, you will see the wall of greats. This is the training that you're going to come to know and train right alongside throughout this program. These great athletes, world-class golfers, Hall of Fame players are going to validate your own learning. We're going to bring them to life throughout strategic areas of the curriculum to assure that you can move just like them, but also to ensure how simple and easy and reliable this really is. Be open to hearing that the greats may have just set up the game of golf in a completely different way than traditionally taught. Maybe, just maybe, through this program, you're going to start to see that there's a way out of thoughts, way out of swing mechanics, or a way out of giving yourself a golf lesson while you're standing over a golf ball. Imagine that for a second. That's the essence behind the development of Tathata training, to give you a simpler and safe way to learn the game, and for once and for all, make it spontaneous, athletic, reactionary, and let you truly play, like we would say in martial arts, like a child from your heart. But before we get into the actual training, I want to talk about one of the themes of the program, the energy. You're going to hear this word of creating energy, how we not only create it, how we store it, how we compress it, and then how we send it to create incredible golf shots, but also to do that in such a way that you feel spontaneous and reactionary. Let's look at a couple movements first of some of the greatest athletes in the history of movement. Let's take a look right now of Jack Nicklaus. 18 majors, 19 seconds. And for those of you who haven't looked at the history books, that is 37 top twos in majors. 37. Let's look at this right now. Watch the energy of these shots. Look at his eyes. Look at the intention to where he's going. Look at the strike. Look at how he steps forward and walks up this hill. This one iron over 240 yards in the air, compressed, hit high. But look at the energy of it, not the golf swing, meaning how did the club move. We'll play this another time. Watch this. Look how he comes into it. Look how he steps through it. Imagine for a second you coming into a golf shot, being so trained, so ready, that you know exactly where you're going. Now let's take a look at Tiger Woods. Another one of the greatest players in the history of the game of golf. Look at the energy he has right here. Look at the strength. Look at how he moves and how it matches the same intensity, the same pressure as Jack Nicklaus. Look at this soccer ball right here. Imagine for a second, is the soccer ball moving? Think of those words for a second. Imagine in soccer, if I was going to come up and kick it, a corner kick or a penalty kick. The ball's not moving, it's placed right here for me. I'm back here, there's defenders out there, there's my teammates out there. I have an idea of where this field is or where I'm going to move the soccer ball to. But look at this for a second. The ball is not moving. But yet, I as a soccer player, wow, you can't tell me this is hard because the ball isn't moving, or hard because it's not spontaneous and reactionary. See, in other sports, those words aren't even true. You're going to come to find throughout this program, we've almost taken some of the athleticism, the life, the energy out of kicking a soccer ball, or if I had a golf club in my hands, coming into it with a sense of and on to score or on to drive in such a way that creates that energy, that same energy that you saw of the greats. But the reason we get to move like this is because we're trained. We're trained not only to come in, we're trained to kick it, but we're trained then to what? Run after it, to move forward, or on to, as we like to say, on to the next birdie, or on to the next incredible moment out in front. Let's look at a couple other athletes right now. Take a look at Serena Williams. May go down as the greatest tennis player in the history of the game. Look at some of the shots, the energy that she had. Look at Michael Jordan. Look at the energy, the intensity, the strength. Imagine for a second running down the court, a shot clock, playing at a world-class pace, spontaneous, reactionary, and athletic. Just look at the energy here. If Tom Brady, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of football, walked up behind the center and called timeout and said, wait a minute, I need to practice my throwing, or I don't know my throw mechanics, or while I'm drawing back to throw a football, where's my arm at? See, us golfers, you included, know exactly what I'm talking about. How many times have we stood over a golf shot and set it up in such a way that we don't know what we're doing, that we're always thinking about mechanics or thinking about where are my hands, where are my arms, where's my head, where are my feet? Imagine if we did that. Wow, we would never see Tom Brady play if that's what he had to go through. If he wasn't trained, they wouldn't allow him even on the field. Think about that for a second. I love this. Watch Simone Biles. Look at her face. Do you think she's wondering where her feet are, where her stance is, where her hands are? Think about this for a second. The safety that she has. Watch the speed, watch the strength, watch the leverage. Look at the ending. Arms up with a sense of absolute knowing I am trained. Think about that for a second. Let's relate that back to what you saw with Jack Nicklaus coming in, taking a stance, looking, knowing right where he's at here, knowing right where he's at here, right where he's at here, right where he's at here. The reason he does is because he's trained. Look at right here, the intention of Jack Nicklaus putting. We'll talk more and more about this. I'm gonna even quote him right here. All I wanted to do when I was putting was get the energy right. The energy, the essence, the vitality right, which then allowed for the motion to come together and be right and be trusted. So he didn't have to think about it. Imagine that for a second. Look at this great shot of Tom Watson, this short game shot. For those of us who know golf history, this was a neat moment at Pebble Beach. Look at the energy he had, the childlike play. And look at the great Seve Ballesteros. Look at the strength he had. Look at that fist pump, that bring it, that energy of strength. I look forward to beginning this journey of training. I look forward to you looking at, wait a minute, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, maybe 10, 15, 20 years from now. Golfer after golfer after golfer is going to move from their heart. They're going to come to shots as an athlete, draw it back and finish it and step with strength. Sense that vision. Be open to that becoming you. Take a moment right now, smile. Sense the moments ahead being better than they've ever been. Allow this program, not because I say so, but allow this program to come inside you, to draw you in, to start to pull you to what could be.